Hey guys, Jingle Zero. I want to talk about what I think is the best all-around, all-purpose SHTF, even everyday, firearm. If we're in a collapse situation, or we're in a bad situation, WRL, SHTF, whatever. The best weapon, in my opinion, to make sure that you have and that you have ammo for is the 22 rifle. This is my Ruger 1022. They cost all of about $200 at Walmart or any gun store. You can get them everywhere. Now, why do I think that the 22 is probably the best everyday all-purpose? Well, there's a lot of reasons. One, it's affordable. Two, the ammunition is affordable. You can get a box of 500, 550 rounds, for $17, $18. So that makes it easy to practice with and easy to shoot a lot, so that you can get your muscle memory trained and you can get your eyes trained. You can get a good feel for the sight picture that you have on your rifle. And it's just, they're quiet. So if you don't have some big, huge shooting range where you can take a big rifle to and shoot, you can take these to most ranges and they'll let you shoot them. Why do I say it's a good for SHTF? And well, one, they look unimposing. Okay, if you're walking with one of these, if you're walking with a little 22 rifle, okay, you don't look like you're up to no good, right? If you have some great big giant tacked out huge battle rifle, you're going to throw up a red flag to me right away, and it's going to make me a little suspicious. Two, if you are out foraging and you're out and about looking for supplies, or you're out scavenging or whatever, and you have to leave your house, okay, my opinion, those great big giant, the big ARs, the big AKs, those kind of big battle rifles are for home defense. You leave them at home, because whoever's at the home place, whether it be friends, family, your little community, whatever, my luck, which has always been very bad, is that the minute that I leave down the road to go looking for supplies or go head towards town to look for supplies and forage, well, then they're going to get attacked, or something's going to go wrong there at the home place, and they're going to need to defend themselves. And if I've got the big battle rifle with me, well, it's not going to do them much good. Having said that, if I'm walking out with my 22 and I'm headed out, right, if you're going out to look for supplies, that means the minute you walk out your door and you start headed to wherever you're going to go, you're on the look. And supplies can mean anything from, looking for wild edibles, or looking for a squirrel or rabbits, or, birds, whatever you're out looking for on your way there and on the way back. Everything, the whole trip is looking to see what you can get. So if you come across a rabbit or a squirrel or a bird or something like that, and you shoot it with an AK hollow point, you're going to just blow that dadgum thing in half. And you're going to take a good opportunity to have maybe 2 or 3 meals and blow it into just a little bitty bit that's left for maybe 1 meal for one person. So, but if you shoot it with a 22, it just makes a little hole and it drops it down. You can kill, I don't care what anybody says. I've done it personally. I've dropped deer, turkeys, rabbits, squirrels, birds, not flying. I can't hit them when they're flying with a rifle, but if they catch one sitting in a tree somewhere, yeah, you can plink it with your 22 and it's fine. You shoot the deer in the head, you shoot them in the chest. Learn anatomy of deer. You want to hit it in the heart and the lungs. It may run for a little bit, but just track it and chase it down and get it. I always shoot them, if they're looking towards me, I shoot them right in the forehead. I draw an invisible line from one ear to the eye and the other ear to the other eye, and it makes a little invisible X, and that's where I shoot, because it goes right into the brain. And if they're looking away from you, then try to get them behind the ear or something. That's where practice comes in. Be able to get a good shot, be able to practice with your weapon. But you can drop deer, you can drop big stuff with a 22 rifle. They're very underrated, man. I mean, I'm telling you, the 22, I've dropped deer all the time with them, So you can take big stuff, you can take little stuff, without blowing it apart. If you get into a firefight, with other people start shooting at you, you're used to your 22 rifle. You shoot it all the time. You can shoot birds, you can shoot deer. You're used to shooting it. Okay, you can shoot back with your 22. They do damage just like anything else. You fill them full of 22 lead, they're going to have a bad day, I guarantee it. Whereas they're shooting their big rifles that they haven't had a whole lot of time to practice with, and they can't just wing it up and shoot and be on target and used to their sight picture. There's one rule in a gunfight. There's only one rule in a gunfight. Whoever dies first loses. Pretty simple rule, right? So if you're good with your rifle and you can get your sight picture up and you can get a target acquired very quickly, you're going to win. And if that guy's got, a big rifle, a battle rifle, and he can't hit you with it, Well, you hit him with your 22, then guess what? You've got a new rifle and whatever else he had on him. Because I'm going to strip him. I'm going to leave him laying in his undies. Strip him all the way down to the skivvies, man. You know, his pants may fit one of my kids. His shirt may fit my kid. I got his rifle. I got his ammo. I got his tack vest. I got whatever he had. I got his boots. I got his hat. Whatever he had is mine now. You know why? Because he's dead. You don't need any more. I win. Spoils go to the victor. So when you're considering your rifle, your everyday all-purpose bug-out rifle, I mean, and the 10-22 especially, you can tack them out all. You know, you can get these fancy stocks with the rails. You can get big. I don't have an extra magazine. I wish I had one of those, like a 20-rounder or 25-round magazine, but I don't. I just have the regular old 10-rounder that came with it. You know, I use what I got. If I could afford to get, a couple of extra magazines for it, I would, most definitely, and I would recommend everybody have a couple extra magazines for all your rifles. But the 10-22 and the 22 rifle, there's a lot of them that you can dress out and tack out if that's what you're into. That's great, fine, more power to you. But the most important thing is use it. Take it to the range, take it out to the country road somewhere, shoot it, get used to shooting it. The muscle memory and the sight picture that you can acquire your targets really, really quickly. And it's a lot cheaper to practice with this than it is a big battle rifle. Now, there are a lot of people who say you can get a 22 conversion kit for your ARs and your other weapons, and that's great. That's fine and dandy. That's wonderful. You know, I personally can't afford to do that. I have to have, I have to use what I have available, which is just my one 10-22 rifle. And eventually, hopefully, I will be able to get some extra magazines, some larger magazines. But at the same time, first couple of shots, if you can't get the job done, then all those other shots ain't going to help you out much. So that's my opinion on the best all-purpose rifle. I mean, I had when I bought this rifle, I could only buy one rifle, and there's other rifles out there that you can get for the few $100 range. The Mosin Nagants and those kinds of rifles. But I chose the 22 just because it's versatile. If I would have bought a Mosin Nagant and I shoot a squirrel with a Mosin Nagant, it's gonna be gone. I'm gonna blow it in half. I'm gonna have a couple of legs left to eat. Try to feed my family with a little bit of squirrel left. So that's why I chose the 22, and that's why, in my opinion, it's the best SHTF, WROL, end of the world, financial collapse, whatever you want to call it, bad situation. And for me, since I'm already in a bad situation as far as finances goes, I put a lot of turkeys and a lot of deer and a lot of rabbits in the freezer with this gun over the course of the past couple of years that I've had it. You take care of it, you clean it, you keep it clean, buy a box of ammo every once in a while, play with it on the range, you're good to go. So, like I say, it's my opinion. I'm by no means an expert in anything except maybe double cheeseburgers, and the end.